How's it going, guys? My name is Damien. Welcome back. This is my Arrow episode 3 video, so thank you for stopping by. This episode was actually really good. I liked the episode quite a lot. I think I actually enjoyed the flashbacks on this episode more than I have in a long time. And one of the things about this show that, in my opinion, kind of holds it back a little bit is the fact that they have flashbacks. It's not necessarily that the flashbacks are bad, but it's just that every episode is there are flashbacks that are dedicated to that episode, and it takes up roughly about 5 to 10 minutes depending on how many they do. Usually it's leaning towards 10 minutes. Now, this is a problem because you only have 43 minutes of airtime when you remove commercials from it. Roughly, it's over 40 minutes. So when you include these 10 minutes of flashbacks, sometimes the episode can feel a little lacking. Like there are certain things that are just missing from it. And I understand this is the direction that Arrow goes, and I support that idea completely. It's just that certain times there are episodes where you just really feel like there should be more screen time. And The Flash, on the other hand, really benefits from the fact that there's just a full 40 minutes. It always feels like a lot more is getting done. And one of the biggest issues I think I have with Arrow is the fact that they continue to start every episode with crime fighting, and it seems to get like really old. It's just getting way too old now. Like you continue to do that. So these are just some things that I'm nitpicking at, just pointing out observations over the last like 3 seasons of the show. They've done that quite a lot. The show is still very good, and the episode was still really good. I think mysticism is a big part of this season, and we're gonna see just exactly what Damien Darhk is capable of. So I'm really looking forward to his character being fleshed out some more. I hope they have scenes with him every episode like they're doing currently. He's also scheduled to cross over onto The Flash. I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but it'll definitely happen like the way they always do it. So that should be good. And the connection between the two shows, you can see that. So a big thing this episode, the way they're handling both of these shows. They're setting up Legends of Tomorrow, the way they're doing it on The Flash with Martin Stein and eventually and then Adam on Arrow. They're also doing it with SARA Lance coming back. They're doing the same thing on The Flash with Captain Cold. You see the way they mention on The Flash last night, they talk about how Barry was telling him how he's just not really, there's good in him, and he's not really, he knows he doesn't have to do this or live this life. The same kind of situation they're doing here on Arrow. So it's really nice when the way they're kind of molding everything together, because everything is all the characters are going to be pushed to Legends of Tomorrow in January, so you have to set all those characters up. So naturally, SARA Lance came back. That was a pretty big scene in this episode. It at least commanded about 7 minutes total as far as discussing it, actually doing it, and then the post effects of her coming back. It's great to see Katie Lott's back. I think I never expected her to die in the first place. That was actually quite surprising to me, because I generally stay away from any spoilers and stuff like that. I like to go into the season just being completely surprised. So those are the highlights of the episode. They had a lot of Malcolm Merlyn in this episode as well, naturally, due to the fact that SARA Lance is coming back. But I really am just not a big fan of the way they handled the whole Ra's al Ghul situation last season. I thought that was actually the weakest point of the show. So there's not really much for me to say there. I think the relationship between Malcolm and Thea rather, is going to continue to be complicated, and it gets even more and more complicated because he is trying to be a father to her, but he can't be a normal father. He's only capable of doing it the way he knows how. So their relationship will continue to be strained. That's clearly obvious throughout the last season, and it'll continue to be that way this season as well, at least for a long time. I don't know if it'll ever change. So the scenes they had are just what you would really expect, and Diggle and Oliver had some nice quality time together. I thought that was great. Also, the original Team Arrow, Oliver, Felicity, and Diggle sitting down, getting a couple of drinks at the end of the episode there. That was also really good. They have to, of course, mend everything and bring everyone back together, unite the team, that type of stuff. Team Flash is just so much cooler than Team Arrow. I guess they've just got the better hookup, so you've got all the cool tech stuff going on over there. But I'm hoping that they can do some really big things with Arrow. I want them to really shake it up. Mr. Terrific obviously is getting more lines. I didn't do a review last week, guys. I'm really sorry about that. I wanted to, so I could talk a lot about him and his character, but him helping Felicity right now, that's pretty cool. Well, he will be Mr. Terrific at some point if they push the show that far. I don't know what they're going to do there. But Oliver and Felicity, I think I'm going to do a separate video about them on Monday, maybe just talking about the two of them, my thoughts for their relationship this season, because there's a lot of speculation, there's a lot of possibilities, and with her character, with whose grave Oliver was at, and potential of other characters dying and stuff like that. So I'll definitely do a separate video for that. But the episode of Arrow was great. I think I'm really liking Damien Dark, so I hope, like I said, I hope they consistently have scenes with him, because he really just kind of commands the screen when he's on, and he really just doesn't play. I figure at some point they're going to have to do some backstory, at least a little bit of breakdowns for the mysticism, just trying to understand his power, because the average viewer, and that would really include me too, because a lot of this stuff I don't like to actually sort through and read up on, a lot of people are just not really going to be too aware of what exactly is going on, and they are going to I hope they try to do their best to at least explain some things. It's like I get a lot of questions, a lot of people will comment or sometimes tweet me asking me about Flash and the time travel and the multiverses and stuff like that. It's really, really confusing, and I'm going to start doing some backstory on the Flash as well, so I'm going to be like, recommending stuff for you guys to check out. I might do the exact same thing for Arrow. I have a bunch of Arrow comics that I found, but they're the new 52, so I don't know. I have to really look through and see, just to basically get a better understanding of the characters, because there's just so much to go through, especially with DC characters, because they're so much older. Flash started like in the 40s, Arrow like in the 50s or 60s, so you have decades worth of material to sort through. So and I've also been seeing, to get back on track here, I've also been seeing a lot of people talking about Laurel's character being really annoying. I really can say that I actually agree. They need to basically retcon her character and make some changes. They have her in a place right now where she's just not in a very positive place. She wanted her sister back so bad, and I just don't think it's going to end well for her. I know that a lot of people don't want to see it, but I think her and Oliver together was a really good thing, and now she's much more mature. She's got the hero complex going. They could really have something if they were to ever try it again. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, Oliver and Felicity are the most popular. They're the most popular ship, and right now they're currently together, and all the characters are just in such different places. So we'll see just what they decide to do. If Felicity does indeed die, or whoever does die, it'll be a very, very big episode down the line for this season. So let me know what you guys thought about the episode, your favorite moments. Was it SARA coming back? What exactly was your favorite moment? That was really the biggest moment of the episode. The episode was the standard, finding out more about the ghosts, finding out about Damien Dark, which they have no clue about really, and SARA coming back from the grave. That was really the highest point, but we knew it was coming thanks to Legends of Tomorrow. It's just unfortunate when you have to announce a show like this. There's like spoilers right away. But yeah, comment down below, share your thoughts and opinions, like the video, subscribe for more, and let me know what you think about Arrow, and if you like The Flash more than Arrow, do let me know. I will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Thank you for watching.